We all face times in life where things feel totally out of our control, our homeschool isn't going the way we want it to, and life just feels overwhelming. Today, I'm going to share some of the strategies that I have put into place in my own life that have helped me to kind of flip that mindset and get back into a place of true peace and joy in our homeschool. It can be really easy to get bogged down by this negativity when our kids are constantly bickering. We are tired of the near constant discipline and character training that has to take place around that. We get frustrated when our kids aren't quite getting that concept that we have talked about over and over and over again, or their attitudes just aren't in it and it feels like this constant tug of war and this battle to get them to do their schoolwork. We can get ourselves stuck in this negative mental cycle, right? Where we just focus on those things, and that seems to breed more negativity in our life and becomes really hard to get ourselves out of. Our attitude then begins to rub off on our children, which just kind of creates more momentum in the wrong direction. I have had so many of these thoughts before, and so today I want to share with you the things that I have learned, the strategies that I put into place to help get myself out of that mental trap and that being stuck in that negative mindset. When we can begin to shift our mindset to focus on the positive things instead of the negative, that can really stop those frustrations and those doubts and those fears and those insecurities from overwhelming us. The reality is that no matter where we find ourselves today, no matter what's going on in our life, there's always something to be thankful for. One of my big strategies is to change my mindset from thinking I have to do this to I get to do this. I get to be a part of their education, that I get to pour into their lives every day, that I get to be the one that has the most influence on their life. When we can slow down and stop those negative thoughts in their tracks and truly look at our children and think, what a miracle they are. What a blessing it is that I get to be their mother. How amazing is that? Whew. I wasn't planning on getting emotional here. But in reality, it's true. It is so hard in the day-to-day. I know it. I feel it a lot of times myself. But when I can stop and look at my kids and think, how incredible that God gave you to me, that He entrusted me with you for this time, for these short years. The days may seem long, but in reality, it goes so fast. Take it from a mom of a teenager where it feels like just yesterday he was a little baby. They grow up so quickly. We have such a short amount of time with them, and we need to make it count. And what an awesome responsibility that is. Like, so incredible and so terrifying at the same time, because God has entrusted us with these children to teach and train in righteousness and to be their example, to be like Paul said, to follow Him as He follows Christ. We get to be that to our kids. We get to show them how to live as we pursue Jesus as well. And we get to be an active part in that in their lives. And man, what a blessing that is. Another strategy is to focus on what is going well in your homeschool, not just all of the things that you don't feel like you're measuring up to. And if you need to, make a list. Just think through all of the things that you're happy with, that you're doing well. You know, that list is going to be different for everybody. No one can do everything really, really well. That's just the reality of it. But there is something that everyone can do really well. And it's important to sit and focus on what those things are for you and for your homeschool. When you find yourself then stuck in that place of feeling inadequate or feeling frustrated that your homeschool isn't going the way you wanted it to, you can look back on that list then of the things that you do really well, and that can help shift that mindset, right? To get you out of that trap of feeling insecure and frustrated with how things are going. Go back to those things that you do really well. Maybe put the rest of the stuff on pause for a little bit and just focus in on the stuff that you do well. It's helpful to just pause, to stop what it is that we're doing and think, are there things that I can remove from our plate, from what we're doing, so that I can focus on what is the most important in building relationships with my kids. Get yourself back in the groove again of feeling in control and feeling like you can move on and do more, and then reincorporate some of that other stuff. It will go a very, very long way if we choose to focus on those positive things and not allow our minds to be weighed down by the negative things. And when we can keep ourselves in that positive mindset, that truly will flow out into other areas of your life and even into your kids and your family as well. If you're feeling blessed at all by this video, please hit that thumbs up button below. That really encourages YouTube to share this out so more people can hear this message. Another strategy is to remind yourself of the benefits of homeschooling. Clearly, there was some benefit in your mind to choosing this path, or you would have done something else, right? Thinking through the positive effects and the benefits of homeschooling can really then begin to outweigh the negative things that we see in the day-to-day. Kyla wants to say hello. When we choose to homeschool, we have to keep in mind that this lifestyle is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And sometimes in the day-to-day, we don't see the results that we're hoping for because we are just in that nitty-gritty day-to-day survival mode a lot of times. We don't seem to feel like we're getting where we want to be fast enough. But if we can slow down and really start to actively seek out the areas in each of our kids' lives where they're making changes, where they're growing and maturing, you can start to see the benefits of the time that you spend together, the relationships that you can build, and how that can carry on into other areas of your life. That can be a tremendous encouragement to your heart to just keep going. One more step, one more day, because we can trust that God will carry on to completion the good work that He has started in us and in our kids as well. And let me tell you, it is incredible when you finally start to see the fruit of your labor pay off. And the longer you do this, the older your kids get, the more you're going to begin to see some of those things. And it is worth the wait. A little personal story here. We have one of our kids that has been a challenge in teaching empathy and responsibility. It has been frustrating over the years to feel like we are constantly talking about how that person should be behaving, what they should be doing instead of what they're choosing to do, or looking for a need that needs to be met and actually just doing it rather than having to be asked to do it. And a couple weeks ago, I was in this place, guys, like I was talking at the beginning of this video here, where I was just like done, couldn't handle it anymore. And he saw that I was overwhelmed and frustrated, and he went and started cleaning up for me. Oh my gosh, guys, that blessed my heart so much. I'm tearing up just thinking about it. To see that start to pay off, that daily, sometimes more than daily, reminder to do certain things. To see him sense that there was a need there and pick it up and start to help was incredible. Just such a blessing to my heart. When you see your kids doing something or making progress in their studies or in their character, point those things out and do it in front of the rest of the family too. Because that just feels so good to be recognized for your hard work and your effort and to have that pay off. So take a minute and be actively looking at your kids and looking for those signs of growth and see where you can encourage them and bless them. And I bet it will help them to continue on in those efforts as well. Are there other things that you would add to this list? What are some of the things that are helpful to you to get yourself out of that stuck negative mentality? Please share them in the comments below. I'd love to learn some more ideas myself that I can put into place in my homeschool, and I'm sure others out there watching will as well. If you want to learn more about how to create a peaceful homeschool for yourself, click on this video right here. And God bless you today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.